Hello folks, it's Dr. Rowe here. I am dropping you a quick message. I thought I'd share this experience with you that I had today. By the way, thank you for some of the feedback on the live that I did the other day regards being a victim and taking responsibility. Some great feedback on that, and I might do more on that subject actually. Seems to have triggered quite a lot of response. I just wanted to talk about something that happened today. I thought I'd share it with you because it was really fascinating to watch the mindset of two different individuals, Hightaker, that I came across. Excuse me, you can see the work that still needs to be done here on the house. They were trying to find a cable here that they couldn't find. Can you see it behind me? And they finally found it in the wall there. So that's where the switch is. This will all be covered eventually anyway. I'm trying to go, yeah, there. Right, that's the funny bit. So I go in today to get a coffee from a shop. It's iced. Okay, so I went to get an iced latte, and I'm standing at the counter, and I've got one of these loyalty cards, and I'm really close to completing my loyalty card. One more drink, and I would then have had enough to get the full amount of coffees. A free coffee or free drink. So here I am. I walk in. A fairly regular day, I go and get a drink, or sometimes during lockdown not been able to, but we used to go there for breakfast sometimes, and it's a nice cafe. They've had a slight change of staff, but the point is, and this is my message to anyone that runs a business or is in a job. In this case, it was a young lady who's employed. She was an employee. She's seen me there many times. Most of the staff have as well. Got a good vibe when I go in, always relatable, and just try and chat to them really, because obviously they deal with a lot of customers, and some customers are not necessarily pleasant. I've seen what they meet sometimes. So I walk in and I've got my loyalty card, and I order my iced, it was an iced coffee with a dollop of ice cream, because it was really hot and I thought I'm going to enjoy this experience. So I do that. And I said to her, oh, here's my loyalty card, if you can give it a stamp, and then I think I'll be there and I'll get a free drink next time in. And she goes, I can't do that, I'm sorry. And I said, yeah, but it's just, obviously, I'm just having the one drink. And then just give it a stamp. She goes, no. And she read the thing, and it says, in fact, I might have it with it. Let me show you. I'll show it to you, just bear with me. What it says is, every time you have a hot drink, you will have a stamp. Here we go. So, if you can see it there, look, oh, it's full. It's full, and there's a reason it's full. And it wasn't because of this young lady. So your hot drink is on us if I get a stamp, if I get my stamps filled. Now think about this from a business perspective. I've probably spent there over the last 4 or 5 years that we've lived in this area. I would not be exaggerating if I said maybe close to £1,000 or more, just on food and whatever, because we've gone there for breakfast, we've gone there for meals, we've taken friends there. Hey Dom, good to see you. So, and this is about loyalty as well. And I've talked about this subject a lot. Loyalty with clients, with customers, with from people that you work with. And let's not go on to that one. Actually, that's another conversation for another day. So, I believe that it's important. I mean, I've recommended to a couple of local places, you do a loyalty program, because if you give a stamp, they want to come back. We like to hit targets, don't we? So I go in, and she says to me, I'm sorry, I can't give you a stamp because it says hot drinks. I said, okay, but it doesn't specifically say hot drinks. She goes, yes, it says there, your hot drink is on us if you get 10 stamps. So I said, yeah, but it's not a hot coffee. It's a, hey Ryan, good to see you, man. I said to her, it's just a cold version of what I would normally have. And she goes, no, I can't do that because it says hot drinks. So I bit my lip a bit. And this, by the way, is twice the price of a normal coffee there because of the ice cream and everything else. And then I thought, you know what, I'm not going to let this rest. So I said to her, can I ask you a question? If this was your cafe and you were running this as a business, what would you want your customers to do? Would you want them to walk out there feeling frustrated because they've spent a lot of money and they're giving you a lot of value, but you didn't respect the fact that they just wanted one more stamp, they get a free drink, and they're giving you lots of business? Or do you want them to walk out feeling, you know what, I like that cafe, they just they didn't quite conform to their normal rules. They gave me something extra I wasn't expecting, which was another stamp. It's a principle here. Think about this for a minute. Because I could have just walked away and said, fuck you, and I'll go somewhere else. But I like the owner, etc. And I think, I know what he would have done. So she goes, well, I'm sorry, but they're the rules. Listen to this. They are the rules. And that was the thing that tipped me over the edge. I said to her, okay, so do you always play by the rules? She goes, well, I mean, it's not my cafe. I said, I know, but imagine it was your cafe. Imagine you were the owner of this particular cafe. Would you want to keep me as a customer, or would you want me to take my business somewhere else and spend thousands of pounds over the next few years? And she was like, but it's not my cafe. So I said, okay, so who is managing it right now? And she goes, oh, that would be Alex. I said, great, okay. So she goes off to do it. And I said, which one's Alex? And he was over in the corner. And I know the guy. I just didn't know his name. So I said, could you get Alex for me? And she goes, oh, yeah, sure, I'll get Alex. But it does say hot on here. One fucking word, hot. So I said to her, okay, can you get Alex? Alex comes over and I said, Alex, can I ask you a question? I said, I spend a lot of money here, I bring friends here. And he goes, yeah, I know you do. Yeah, and I said, I'm literally in here once a day. And when you're open again fully, I'll be back in buying food and everything else. He goes, yeah, I know. He said, what's the question? I said, well, on here, what she's told me is I can't get a stamp because I'm not ordering a hot drink, although I'm ordering a drink that's twice what I'd normally buy. It's just the cold version. He goes, oh man, just get a stamp on it. I said, yeah, I know that. And she'd look at me like that. And then she's looking at him and she went, but it's like hot. He goes, okay, he's a customer. He's spending money. It's just a way of getting him to come back. He's earned it. He's like, just stamp it. Don't even make a big thing about it. Just stamp it. That was his response. So he goes off and she kind of goes like that and she stamped this thing. And I said to her, can I make a recommendation? Can I just offer you a suggestion? I said, I've run several businesses over the years. I have dealt with literally thousands of people and turned over millions of pounds and helped do that for other companies as well. If you ever decide you want to run a business, it's really important to listen to the customer and think about the bigger picture. This is like a stamp. It's not even the stamp, but it's the principle of the fact that what if I go off and I speak to 10 other people and they're just, sure, should we go down and use this restaurant and cafe? And I go, nah, you know what? Don't go there. Go here, because over there they much more respect their customers. As she said to me, well, I'm never going to run a business of my own anyway. That was her response. And I said to her, yeah, you know what? I think you're probably right. That's how I left it. I'm not going to go any further than that. But what it shows you is the difference in mindset between someone who is an employee, job's worth, following the rules, versus someone that is actually naturally entrepreneurial, or at least understands customer service. Now, I can see a few people on here today, like for example, my good friend Ryan Pinnock. And if you haven't, Ryan's watching. If you haven't heard of Ryan, go and look up Super Genius. Just go and look up Ryan Pinnock, because he did an amazing interview with us about 3 weeks ago. Some of you that are following Growth Tribes, you'll know. And if you haven't watched it, go and listen to the interview. And there's a whole link to how you can find out about Ryan on there. So when I met Ryan, for example, Ryan saying, give me a goddamn stamp. When I met Ryan, which was about 10 years ago, he came in and I was speaking at the time, and he was an aspirational, he's about 10 years younger than me, but an aspirational person that came out on the road with me. We went all over the place, and he really wanted to learn to become a speaker. And now he's got a multi-million-pound business as a speaker. But at that time, if you'd been in an event with me and him, he gave way more value than he needed to. He'd spend time with people. Yes, we made sales, but we made sales based on value. So instinctively in him, there was provide service, give more than you need, and people will keep coming back. And that was that entrepreneurium that then went on to help him become, a multimillionaire in the way he's done things, property, but also in business. This young woman will never have that. And it's not being disrespectful to her, but unless she changes her attitude, she'll be one of those people that's always grumbling that other people have got more than her. So if you're watching this and you've got customers, a great thing to do maybe after this video is, over the next couple of days, drop them an email, do something to surprise them, whether it's give away a free product or whatever it is. Because right now in COVID, everyone's kind of in a bit of a place of, there's a lot of instability in their minds, but also with business. There's a lot of businesses going under, by the way, which is quite scary. But even if your business is struggling, you can do something. You can offer a gesture to your people. Because remember, one good word spreads, one bad word spreads like wildfire. I'm just glad this manager stepped in. So, yeah, Ryan's just saying, yeah, Thank you. That's right. It's an amazing journey, and I'm just reading the message he's just given me there. But he's, I'll tell you, the Pied Piper, man. But I won't even go into that. And I can see Dom Lomo, by the way. By the way, Dom and Ryan, you guys should hook up on social media. Dom's a wonderful guy as well. Similar sort of energy to you, right? Anyway, I'm going to go. I just thought I'd share that story because it just made me laugh. And I came out of there and I quietly said to myself, you don't know this, but I'm going to talk about you today on social media. I'm not going to mention a name. So main message going into the weekend is just do something for somebody else. Give more value than people are expecting and it will come back tenfold. I'm going to sign out. My girls are somewhere in the garden there running around and they want a bit of daddy time. So it's time for me to do that. And it's nice to see a few old friends online today. Good to see you all. Take care, Rye, and Dom as well. Cheers. And Taka, thanks for coming on. You always come on. It's nice to see you.